Hello guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to change your door hinge. And I'm going to be replacing this one here on the rear door of my Toyota Prado and putting in this new one here because it's absolutely buggered, this one. Now the first thing I've done is actually take some of the weight off the rear door, and I've done that. It might look silly, but I've got it on a rolling thing and I've got it jacked up. And the reason it's on a rolling base is because as I move this door to get to these bolts in there, I'm gonna have to move the door. So it's actually quite handy to be able to roll that and move the door and keep the weight off. And hopefully keeping the weight off will help us get these bolts out a bit easier. I've got a 12mm ring spanner in here now, loosening these off. I've got a bit of a makeshift breaker bar that I'm using, just a bit of cut off pipe to make my life easier. I haven't got any ratcheting 12mm spanners, which would be lovely. But as you can see, there's not a whole lot of room in here. So I'm gonna take this off first, then this one, and then we're gonna get in there and do those ones, and then hopefully leave these for last because these will be the easiest. So there we go, those two are out. Just had to pull the door a little bit closer to me. I'm now gonna loosen off these ones and then start to loosen off these as well. And I'm gonna slide a little bit of wood in there just to hold this door up as well. So there we go, that wasn't too bad actually. Got the old hinge out and you can see that it's pretty buggered. That pin's absolutely smashed. And it's obviously seeing a fair bit of this hinge. I'm gonna give this area a bit of a clean up and chuck our new hinge in. So I now have those rear bolts back in just lightly. Now that's good, that's holding in there. I'm gonna get everything else in and just slowly tighten it all up. And it looks like it's gonna fit nicely, which is good. I've cleaned it up, so that should move a fair bit of dust in there as well, which is good. So I'm up to the tricky bit now, where all the backing bolts are in. It's now about aligning it nicely to the door, and that's gonna be about adjusting this and the angle of the door and just wiggling it around a little bit until that is sitting nice and flush against there, and I can put the bolts in. You can see I'm still a fair bit out on this. And just like that, guys, my new hinges are in. I've tightened this back up, pretty much as tight as they go, and it looks a bit ugly, but the good news is that should stop any squeaking sound and make the door sit a bit better.